And the 20-year-old from Venezuela will face Victor Scott, left-handed hitting center fielder who is working with a 9-game on-base streak. Scott has the ability to drop down a bunt base hit. He can spray the ball to all fields, and here we go. Scott digs in. Cardinals in the road grays, Marauders in the home whites. Jimenez the windup, and the game's first pitch, and it is bunted at, foul tipped into the mitt of Luis Hernandez. We're underway at 12:03 p.m., 87 degrees, and partly cloudy here at Lecom. Carlos Jimenez coming in with that fastball 95 on the game's first pitch. Roxon fires the 0-1 now. That one is just off the plate away for ball one.
Once again, Scott showing bunt. Palm Beach, no stranger to playing small ball. They enjoyed doing that in last night's victory.
Absolutely. 3 infield singles, part of that eighth inning outburst. He bunts at it again, pushes this one foul, third base side, count 1-2. Batting average low in 9 games for Victor Scott, just 167. But again, that on-base streak has seen that OBP reach over 400. 8 walks for him in those 9 games. That's really helped boost that mark. Jimenez ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch number 4, swung on and ripped to deep right center field. On the run, the right fielder Campagna to his right, easing into the gap. He makes the catch. For out number 1, let's meet the Marauders defense. In the outfield from left to right, it's Josiah Dixon, Tres Gonzalez, and Sergio Campagna. On the infield, Jack Brannigan starts at third base. Michael Escoto at shortstop. Davies Nadal at second base. Juan Jerez at first base. And the catcher is Luis Hernandez. That'll bring up Chris Rotundo. Just underway here in Bradenton. Good to have you with us. Jimenez deals to the right-handed batter. Rotundo's swing and a miss through the pitch high.
Big first out, 2 for Jimenez. Gives some confidence to the Marauder starter.
Works from the first base side of the rubber here. The 0-1 delivery. Rotundo takes the low and outside. Last week against Fort Myers, Jimenez, a little bit of a messy outing. Walked 5. That matched his season high. Over 4 innings of work. 3 runs allowed, 2 of which were earned. Here comes the 1-1. Rotundo swings and misses. Another high heater. Strike 2. Fastball up to 96 that time. Jimenez will throw the smoke, and he will rack up the strikeouts. 76 strikeouts in 56 1/3 innings this season. His 1-2, Rotundo lays off high. Went with that high fastball again. Too far, though.
Raises the eye level there. We'll see if he'll try and go off the plate this time, off Rotundo.
The 2-2 from the thin right-hander. The pitch is swung on, lifted, first base side. This is out of play. So I mentioned those walk numbers for Jimenez, as he can get a little erratic at times. He'll rush through his delivery now and then. 32 walks over 56 1/3 innings. Trying to lower that walk rate a bit. He'll come with another 2-2 to Chris Rotundo. The pitch. Right-handed batter lets one go low and outside. And Luis Hernandez asked to check the swing anyway. Rotundo barely lifting the bat off his shoulder a couple of inches. Never hurts to check, right?
Not at all, especially now when you get to a 3-2 count. We'll see what Jimenez has in mind.
The payoff. Taken outside for ball 4, so Chris Rotundo chases a couple to begin the AB, but the plate appearance ends in a walk, and the Cardinals have their first base runner of the afternoon.
Just an unfortunate free pass allowed to Rotundo up in the count 1-2, and then loses him there on ball 4, first base runner of the ball game for Palm Beach.
And an unfortunate trend continues for Carlos Jimenez. This is his 16th outing, 12th start of the year. He has walked at least one batter in each of those outings except for one. Here's Nathan Church, left-handed hitting left fielder from the 3 spot in the order. Pitch by Jimenez. Church swings and whacks a line drive foul.
Double play is in order for Bradenton. Escoto and Nadal would figure to be the ones to make that play.
Michael Escoto manning shortstop today. Davies Nadal at second base after a spot start in left field last night. Did a good job out there. Here's the 0-1. Church takes for a strike on the outside corner. Church seemed to think it was away. But again, the fully automated balls and strikes today. Sam Carey just making the calls that are being given to him via the earpiece. Warren Eubanks, his partner on the bases. Chris Rotundo on first base after a 1-out walk. Jimenez the 0-2, way upstairs for ball 1. Well, the Tampa Tarpons, the team with whom the Marauders are tied for first place atop the West Division at the moment. They won't be playing until later. They're visiting Dunedin at 6:30 tonight. High leg kick, the 1-2 coming. Breaking ball up and away for ball 2. So a couple of waste pitches by Jimenez. Not successful in getting any chases here.
Church reached base a couple of times last night, a walk and a single in his team's victory.
10 games played with Palm Beach for Church. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. He's been a tough out. 2-2. Church swings in, bounces one foul, past third base. We'll do it again.
Excellent job there by Nathan Church, staying alive, fighting it off, and forcing Jimenez to continue to battle with them here in the early goings.
Carlos Jimenez has thrown 16 pitches already with only 1 away here in the first inning. Pick off to first base. Look at Rotundo, who dives back in safely. 7 games, Rotundo a perfect 2 for 2 in stolen bases.
We did mention Hernandez, a defensive catcher by trade, so we'll see if they choose to run on him here this afternoon.
Set by Jimenez. Now he comes home with a 2-2. Taken high, and Hernandez, sure enough, turned toward first base. Looked like he was going to deliver one, but didn't.
And once again, Jimenez finds himself in a full count situation, continuing to raise that pitch count just in the top of the first.
This was something that got him into trouble last week down in Fort Myers. Threw 75 pitches in that last start over just 4 innings. 3-2 runner is going. Swung on and lifted to right center field. Sergio Campagna got a little bit of a late read on it, but he's moving inward, and he makes the catch full stride out in medium right center field, and there are 2 outs for the Cardinals.
Almost an out you have to get. You don't want to let a second straight batter reach on a free pass. Really changes the dynamic of an inning. Now 2 away and only 1 runner aboard.
Facing a tough customer here, though, Thomas Francisco. He crushed one into the Marauders' bullpen last night, a game-tying 2-run homer in the 6th.
And no cheapie either off Bubba Chandler. Pitch low and in, he golfed out of the ballpark.
And nasty little 86-mile-per-hour slider. Just went down fishing after it and got all of it. First pitch to Francisco here is a tad upstairs, ball 1. No score, just underway here in Bradenton. Top of the first inning with 2 outs and Chris Rotundo on first base. He worked a 1-out walk. Thomas Francisco playing in his 23rd game with the Cardinals. Hitting .321, 3 home runs, 23 runs driven in. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Francisco began this season up at High A Peoria in the Midwest League. Landed on the injured list for a couple of weeks in June. Returned from the IL, played 1 game at High A, then got transferred down to Palm Beach. He's been here ever since then. 1-1 offering. Swing and a foul back. Francisco a little bit late on the fastball.
Third straight batter and a 1-2 count. See if Jimenez can put him away early and get the Marauders offense up to the plate.
Looking for some greater efficiency here. That has not really been a strong suit for Jimenez here in his first full-length season as a professional. The 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball 2, and a threat of a snap throw again by Hernandez at first base. He's certainly looking at Rotundo out of his peripherals.
Well, that pitcher really likes to see that from Hernandez. Jimenez does. It keeps that lead tight on base runners.
Careful leadoff first for Rotundo here. The 2-2 pitch, there he goes. Jimenez deals and a swing and a pop-up. Shallow down the left field line. Foul territory. Josiah Dixon over and runs out of room. Falls into the seats. So, Adam, we're looking at almost similar results these last 3 plate appearances. See, 3-2 count, 2-2 count, a foul ball with 2 strikes, and these guys are eating away at that pitch count.
Yeah, Palm Beach doing an excellent job battling here at the plate, and looks like, is that JJ coming?
And we got Yorman Bazardo, the pitching coach, out for a mound visit. Now, Yorman has not been averse to doing this throughout the season. It's in the general baseball world, you don't see a whole lot of mid-at-bat mound visits, but Bazardo has not been a stranger to that. He sees something wrong in a pitcher's pacing or maybe a little issue in the mechanics. He'll go out there immediately and address that.
Maybe starting to notice some of that same sequencing you were just mentioning. He wants to keep this a quick at-bat for Jimenez and try and get the Marauders' batting order to the plate in a scoreless game.
5 pitches here to Thomas Francisco, part of a now 23-pitch first-inning effort for Jimenez. Still just 1 strike away from retiring the side. This is not an easy guy to strike out, though. Thomas Francisco, in his 22 games with Palm Beach, has struck out just 13 times, especially in this day and age. That's a pretty low total, low rate. already. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ball out to deep right center field. This will stay in the ballpark, though. Sergio Campagna underneath it, and he takes care of his third opportunity of the inning out in right field. No scoring for Palm Beach here in the first. We head to the bottom half here in Bradenton. Good afternoon or good morning to you, depending on which time zone you're listening or watching from here today. The Marauders hosting the Palm Beach Cardinals, and St. Louis Cardinals pitching prospect Tink Hentz takes the mound. Spencer Smith alongside Adam Plager. Glad to have you along for the ride here today. Game 2 of the series, and Tink Hentz, an impressive right-hander out of the state of Arkansas, and really deserving of those high marks, Adam, from Baseball America. A lot of octane on the fastball, magnificent curveball. He's put up really good numbers.
Yeah, talk about high octane, 98 on the gun. We'll see how the Marauders batters attack that and just their plate approach today against the Palm Beach number 7 prospect in Tink Hentz.
Hentz stands 6'1", 175 pounds from Watson Chapel, Arkansas. He delivers to Sung-Chae Chang, and the first pitch fastball outside at 94 for ball 1.
Chang smacked a double in yesterday's loss, 1 for 3 with a walk.
Hentz with the 1-0 pitch, and Chang is swinging a foul straight back. Chang's been on a roll lately, hitting safely in 14 of his last 16 games, and he's on a 4-game hit streak, longest active hit streak by a Marauder. Hentz nodding to the signal from Bernal, and the 1-1 coming. Chang takes one just away for ball 2. Hentz comes at opponents with a fastball, sinker, curveball, and changeup. Both the fastball and curveball get some pretty high recognition. 2-1. Fastball slung in there at 96, but low for ball 3.
Well, Chang, no stranger to the free pass, a patient hitter at the plate and really forcing Hentz to throw strikes.
The 3-1 swung on foul back. And Chang will work some deep counts, and batting average nothing spectacular at 251, but just goes to remind you, you have to look beyond the batting average. Chang this season, 349 on base percentage. Nothing to scoff at. 3-2 payoff, and Chang swings through a fastball, 96 blown right by him for strike 3.
Well, we talked about high octane on the fastball. He said, I'm going to attack you. First batter of the ball game, and punches him out with the high heat, too. That's a tough part of the plate to cover, especially a smaller guy like Sung-Chae Chang.
That'll bring up Sergio Campagna. Another example of look beyond the batting average. Campagna swings through a first pitch heater at 96 for strike 1. 329 OBP for Campagna, respectable. Still maintaining a pretty high strikeout rate, but he calls time here. And Campagna especially enjoying the home cooking this season, playing a lot better in front of the home crowd than he is on the road. Hentz deals the 0-1. Campagna looks at a fastball, 97 that time for strike 2. He's popping the mitt. No score, bottom of the first inning. Bases empty and 1 out for the Marauders. Hentz rocks and deals, 0-2, taken outside. Another fastball.
Campagna, a native of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, right now on a 2-strike count.
1-2 from the right-hander. Breaking ball low and outside. Lunging grab to the backhand by Bernal.
Campagna reached base a couple of times. A couple of singles and also 2 walks, so a patient hitter.
2-2 pitch. Fastball, jam shot. Got a piece fouled back, staying alive. So now you'll see at least a 6-pitch plate appearance here by Campagna. Nobody on, 1 out for the Marauders. Hentz showing the high Red Sox with the alternating navy and white stripes around the calf. Fires another 2-2. Breaking ball, just missed the outside corner. Great spot, but not called for a strike.
What an eye, too, by the youngster Sergio Campagna, really knowing his strike zone and forcing a full count.
Not a bad spot at all. Hentz thought he had him. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Campagna blown away. 97 on the fastball again. Back-to-back punch-outs by Tink Hentz. Just as advertised, so far so good here.
Yeah, he's really gone to the heat early on in this game. No need to speed up the Marauders' bats if they can't catch up to the smoke.
All right on that inner part of the plate. Handcuffing Campagna. Here's Juan Jerez. First pitch. Swung at the fastball. Chopped it foul. Timing was okay. Couldn't match the plane well, though.
Jerez hitless in last night's game. Looking to change that around this afternoon.
The 0-1 went with the breaking ball that time, did Hentz. That's called strike 2, outside corner. Scoreless game, bottom of the first inning here at Lecom Park. Hentz working fast. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Jerez looks, and a fastball. Can't pull the trigger. Strike 3. And Tink Hens strikes out the side in order here in the first inning. We're quickly on to the second here at Lecom Park. No score. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. A fine Wednesday afternoon here at Lecom Park as the Marauders are taking on the Palm Beach Cardinals for Game 2 of a 6-game series. No scores. We head to the second inning. Spencer Smith alongside Adam Plager. Carlos Jimenez toes the rubber again and deals to Michael Kiriali, third baseman from Palm Beach. He takes low and outside, ball 1.
5, 6, and 7 due up for the Beach Birds. Really looking to be more efficient this inning is Carlos Jimenez.
Jimenez cranks and deals the 1-0, swinging a slow roller to third. Scooped up by Jack Brannigan. The toss across to first is right on target and in time, 1 away.
Working towards his defense there is Jimenez, efficient, 2 pitches needed, and already records the first out of the second inning.
Already an improvement over the first inning that saw him throw almost 30 pitches. And 24 pitches to be specific there. Carlos Jimenez working with 1 out here in the second inning. And Jeremy Rivas bats next. The right-handed batter takes the first pitch a little too high.
Rivas 0 for 4 with a couple of punch outs in last night's ball game.
A couple of Venezuelans squaring off here. Rivas from Valencia. Carlos Jimenez from Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela. Next one lone outside, ball 2. Rivas has been with the Cardinals all season. Steady contributor, .251 batting average, 26 runs driven in. Now the 2-0. Low and outside. Jimenez falls behind 3-0.
See if Rivas will take the bat off his shoulder or will force a strike.
The 3-0 offering. Fastball, too high, ball 4. Over the second straight inning, Carlos Jimenez surrenders a 1-out walk.
Second free pass of the ball game for Jimenez. We've talked about that. It's been a bit of an issue for Jimenez and already the second of the ball game.
1-out runner aboard. Brody Moore will bat next. Playing second base for the second straight game. Moore comes from the Birmingham, Alabama area. Small town of Oneonta. 17th round pick this year out of Auburn by the Cardinals. Jimenez with a long pause on the mound. And the pitch. Moore takes a fastball that rides just a little too high. Didn't miss by a whole lot.
So 5 straight pitches have missed for Jimenez.
Pick off to first base. Jeremy Rivas dives back safely. He will run from time to time, 8 for 13 in his stolen base attempts. Just a soft breeze picking up now, blowing across the field. Foul pole to foul pole, right to left. Another pickoff to first base. Rivas back standing up this time. Like the Marauders, Cardinals' color scheme and uniform design patterns that very closely of the parent club. Red dominant, navy blue trim here and there. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball pops the mid loudly, and it's in there for a strike. 1-1. Main difference for the Cardinals jerseys being that famous birds on the bat, along with the script. It reads Palm Beach in red lettering instead of Cardinals. Differentiating them from the parent club. Long pause by Jimenez again. The 1-1. Moore takes high, and Hernandez thinks about a snap throw to first, but decides not to. 2-1. Baseball really a family thing for Brody Moore and his family. His dad, Brandon, was his high school coach back in the day. Oneonta High School in Alabama. Tall stance from the right side. Now the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop. Glove by Escoto. Steps on second for 1. Throw to first in time. 6-3 double play. Ends the inning. A scoreless second by Carlos Jimenez. Some bad luck for Palm Beach. This game remains scoreless. Heading to the bottom of the second. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. And Jack Brannigan leads off the bottom of the second.
As advertised, Tink Hens bringing the heat. 3 punch outs in that first inning, really showing why he's a top prospect for the Cardinals.
Power on power here. Brannigan looks at a fastball at 96 in for a strike.
Attended Notre Dame. A lot of lineage in that Brannigan family. His father, grandfather, and uncle all Fighting Irish members.
Next pitch, a fastball for strike 2. And Brannigan's dad played track and field. His grandfather played baseball also at Notre Dame. So the athletics run in the blood. 0-2 from Hens to Brannigan. outside with a fastball for ball one.
Last night's loss for the Marauders, Brannigan 2 for 5 with a double, struck out once.
1-2, swing and a ball, shot foul off the end of the bat, was way in front of the slider, but was able to keep the hands back just long enough.
Well, Hence, forced him to chase. We'll see if he goes further off the plate to make him chase again.
The 1-2 pitch, swung on, driven foul down the right field line. That ERA for Tink Hentz already very low, 1.03 coming in. Right at 1 on the nose at the moment, so if he gets Jack Brannigan out here, that ERA will shrink below 1. The 1-2. Swing and a foul tip hung onto by Bernal, and there you have it. 4 up and 4 down, all on strikes for the Marauders. Remarkable.
Yeah, what a crazy start to this game for Tink Hentz. He has displayed the high-octane stuff and already 4 punch-outs. Really made it challenging for the Marauder hitters to catch up to his fastball.
Now Tres Gonzalez up for his single-A debut, 5th-round pick out of Georgia Tech by the Pirates this year. Left-handed batter, Gonzalez looks at a high strike, 97 in the zone once again. No score, bottom of the second in Lee Comp Park. Sun piercing through the clouds, a little bit harder now. The 0-1, Gonzalez takes off speed just outside. Looked like the changeup that time from Hentz. Haven't seen many of those just yet. The windup and the 1-1 to Gonzalez. Tress swings and fouls one back, count 1-2. So a very brief stay, just like that of Jack Brannigan down the Florida Complex League before joining the Marauders. Gonzalez was with the team in person last night, didn't play. So playing center field, batting 5th here at his single-A debut this afternoon. The 1-2 pitch, Gonzalez swings and bounces it right back to the mound. Hentz with a nice snag, reaching out to his left, and the underhand flip to first in time to get Gonzalez 2 outs here in the second.
So the first out recorded other than a strikeout, that one right back to the mound. So give credit to Gonzalez, the first Marauder hitter to make contact off the number 7 prospect, Tink Hentz.
First ball put into play. Now the Marauders look for their first base runner of the game. Michael Escoto to the plate now. Hentz with a pitch, and Escoto takes one down. 1 ball, no strikes. The Marauders last night, 6-4 loss, had a 3-game win streak snapped. The 1-0, way outside by Hentz.
Escoto, a member of that prospect package that came back from the Yankees in the Jameson Talion trade.
2-0 coming. Escoto swings, fouls it back. That's going to roll up the screen off to our right. Yeah, big haul of prospects, as you mentioned there, Adam. You got Kanan Smith and Jigba, who had a cup of coffee in the bigs with the Pirates this season. Miguel Yahure, right-hander. 2-1. Breaking ball is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Escoto currently ranked as the Pirates' number 29 prospect.
3-1 pitch coming. Escoto swings, bounces it hard right to the third baseman. It eats up the third baseman, Curiali, and bounces into left field. So Michael Escoto to first base, and we'll wait and see if that's ruled a hit or an error, but either way, Marauders finally have their first base runner.
Well, some firm contact made by Escoto. Didn't chase anything of Tink Hentz in a favorable count, 3-1, and smacked it to the hot corner, and like you said, ate up Curiali.
That ball was hit right to the glove side of the third baseman, but may have had some funky top spin on it, so Curiali whiffs on that one. And that has been ruled a base hit, so Michael Escoto has a single. First Marauders base runner of the afternoon. Now Davies Nadal looked to help bring Escoto around here. Hentz goes from the stretch for the first time today. Hands away from his chest in a slight crouch, and the pitch. Nadal shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike.
Nadal in left field in last night's game at second base today and really made some nice plays in the outfield, really showing his range.
Showing off that athleticism. Here's the 0-1 to the lefty batter, way too high for ball 1. Davies Nadal, playing in his 50th game as a Marauder this season, joined the team back in late May when the team was on the road in Lakeland. And he's really flashed the glove in a number of different positions. Second base, third base, shortstop, now left field, as we alluded to last night. The 1-1 pitch. Taken low and outside. Oh, check that. A strike called in the knees and on the outside corner. Catcher Bernal popping up from his crouch looking to deal a snap throw, but didn't. Fastball at 98 that time from Hentz. That's the fastest we've seen it today.
Well, we did say he tops out right at 98.
He is set. Runner on first, 2 gone. The 1-2 pitch. Nadal takes high ball 2.
Again, shows that high fastball. Nadal thinks better of it, lays off of it. Had a single in last night's game. 1 for 4.
Getting 205 games in the month of August. 3 of his 4 hits this month are bunt singles, so he's been resourceful at least. And the pickoff to first, and hung up between first and second is Michael Escoto. First baseman throws to the shortstop Rivas, trying to chase him down, and Rivas applies the tag onto Escoto's back, and the Marauders run themselves out of the inning. We are still scoreless through 2 here at Lecom Park. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Spencer Smith alongside Adam Plager. Going out to the 3rd inning, and Leonardo Bernal, switch hitting catcher, number 29 prospect in the Cards organization, leads off against Carlos Jimenez. Wind up in the pitch from the right-hander. Bernal swings and fouls it back.
From Panama City, Panama is Bernal.
Just 18 years old, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, from the left side here. Jimenez, the windup in the 0-1 pitch. Bernal takes knee high for strike 2. Nicely spotted there.
Nice little change in pace for Jimenez. 2 pitches, both in the strike zone, and can already put away the leadoff hitter in the 3rd inning.
Trying to retire Bernal here on 0-2. The pitch is bounced up there for ball 1. Couldn't get a chase on the breaking ball. 29 games for Palm Beach. Bernal hitting .235 with 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Has a little bit of that raw and projectable power, but scouts seem to agree that it's more so the defense is going to be Bernal's ticket to the higher levels. Here comes the 1-2 from Jimenez. Swinging a line drive past second base and into right field for a base hit.
The first knock of the day for the Beach Birds. Hit hard to the right side. Just not what you want to see. A 2-strike count as well. Had a chance to put him away. Didn't get the chase, and then Bernal, the number 29 prospect, sends a rip into right field.
So leadoff man on base for Palm Beach. Bernal really not a big base stealing threat. Darlene Moquete bats next. He's a right-handed hitter. Jimenez peers over his shoulder, and the pitch is just low to Moquete for ball 1.
3rd base runner of the day for Palm Beach. None have advanced past first base. All have been left stranded.
A walk in the first, a walk in the second. Now the leadoff single by Bernal here in the 3rd inning. Jimenez 1-0, swung on and lifted to left field. Over toward the line goes Josiah Dixon. Does he have room? Yes, he does. Sunglasses on. He reaches up and makes the one-handed catch. Back to first base goes Bernal.
Great job, too, in the outfield by Josiah Dixon. Excellent read off the bat. Tracked it well. Fighting some of that cloud covering and sunlight as well. And the first out of the inning for Carlos Jimenez.
Josiah Dixon getting more and more comfortable here in Lecom Park's left field. Can get a little tricky sometimes for left fielders coming up against that sidewall, very close to the chalk line there. Good spatial awareness by Dixon. With 1 away, here's Victor Scott. Pesky leadoff hitter. Shows bunt and drops one down. Foul in the left-handed batter's box. Picked up immediately by Hernandez. Good job to pounce on it. We've seen Scott already several times today show bunt. We also saw him do it a handful of times last night. 1 for 5 last night from the leadoff spot. Scott now has a 9-game on-base streak, looking to make it an even 10 today. Jimenez is set at the chest. Long pause, now the 0-1 pitch. Swinging at a foul straight back.
Well into is Brannigan, the 3rd baseman for the Marauders, trying to anticipate a possible bunt play. Again, Palm Beach looking to play small ball. Really something that's gone away as of late in baseball.
Yeah, a lot more of the 3 true outcomes. Walk, strikeout, home run. Absolutely right on that. Pick off to first base, and back in standing up was Bernal. 29 games, just 1 for 2 in the stolen base category. Bernal, catcher, not a huge base stealer as we mentioned. Getting a medium-sized lead at the moment off of first base. Jimenez gets the signal, sets, chest high. Glances at the runner over his shoulder. The 0-2, low and inside. Fastball just over the shoe tops of Scott. Victor Scott comes from Powder Springs, Georgia. 5th-round pick this year out of West Virginia by the Cardinals. Runner on first, one away, no score. Top of the third inning here in Bradenton. The 1-2. Scott checks his swing and an off-speed pitch low, and yes, he went around. Strike three. Plate umpire Sam Carey makes the call himself, and looked like the Jimenez changeup there. First strike out of the ball game for the right-hander.
Great job, too, by Jimenez on that pitch sequence. That check swing brings up the leadoff hitter, Victor Scott. 2 away for Chris Rotundo.
6-game on-base streak for Rotundo, making a 7-game on-baser, actually, with a first-inning walk today. The pitch, Rotundo takes a fastball, strike at 95 from Jimenez.
For the third straight inning, Jimenez looking to strand that runner at first.
Leonardo Bernal still there after pulling a line drive single to right field. Slightly on the first base side of the rubber is Jimenez. Now he comes home with the 0-1. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Second baseman backhands it. That's Nadal, and he throws a second in time. Force play at second base ends the inning, and the Marauders are through. Little mini jam there, stranding a man aboard. We go to the bottom of the third inning. No score still here at Lecom Park. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Nothing. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Lecom Park, a Wednesday matinee. Spencer Smith and Adam Plager back with you. Davis Nadal was left standing at home plate when Mike Lascota was picked off, ending the second. So here we go to Nadal. First pitch, a big rip and a miss at a Tink Hentz fastball, 0-1.
Looking to swing for the fences there was the San Pedro de Macorís native Davis Nadal. Calls time and maybe just wants to reset himself after that big hack.
Sometimes got to take a little breather there. Mentioned before that previous inning came to an end when Lascota was picked off, leaving Nadal standing at home plate. 3 of Nadal's last 4 hits have been bunt singles. The 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Similar pitch and similar looking swing from Nadal.
Well, in the hole is Davies Nadal, and Tink Hentz looking for his 5th strikeout of the ball game.
He winds up and deals the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. So fastball's been very consistent. 96-97 from Hentz today. He's brought it down a little bit at times, down to 94 or so. We've seen the breaking ball plenty. We've seen the changeup sparingly. The 1-2. Fastball high and outside. Tink Hentz still very young, 20 years old. From Watson Chapel, Arkansas. 2-2 coming. Nadal, a swing and a miss, strike 3. That looked like the changeup, and it was a good one. One away here in the third.
Well, keeping the batters off balance is Tink Hentz. You see 95, and then you drop it down to the low 80s. Really makes things difficult on the Marauders hitters in the 5th punch out of the afternoon for Tink Hentz.
I imagine you and probably many of our viewers and listeners have seen those pitching ninja overlays on Twitter, and just really goes to show how difficult of a craft hitting is. First pitch misses to Luis Hernandez, Marauders catcher, playing in his 3rd game at Single A. One for his first 6 as a Marauder with 5 strikeouts. The 1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Well, he recorded his first hit August 7th at Fort Myers. It was his last appearance.
The motion, and Hentz with the 1-1. Hernandez looks at a ball, maybe high, maybe a little outside.
It was Wyatt Hendry who had the catching duties last night. Today it's Luis Hernandez, more of a defensive-minded backstop for the Marauders.
2-1, swung on, ripped on the ground to third, fielded cleanly on an in-between hop by Curiali. Overhand toss to first in time, and there are 2 outs.
That time Curiali wanted to make sure he got the out. Last time he got ate up a little bit on that single by Michael Escoto. Played that one perfectly and retires the 2nd out of the inning.
A little bit of a weird top spin on the Escoto bouncing ball earlier in the game. This one a little more of a straight worm burner, stayed more true on the bounce. Here's Josiah Dixon, first pitch low. Baseball America's scouting report on Tink Hentz. Projectable body with room to fill out. Has some room to add some muscle, maybe even some more velocity. Pretty scary thought for opposing hitters. 1-0 pitch, swung on, punch into right field. This is falling, in for a base hit for Dixon. Right fielder Rotundo flags it down in the corner, having some trouble, and Dixon pulls up at second base with a double.
We'll talk about some offense from the number 9 slot in the batting order, and Josiah Dixon. Second single, or that's a double, so an extra base hit there for Josiah Dixon. And the first time we see a runner in scoring position off of Tink Hentz.
Inside out swing there by Dixon, taking that pitch to the opposite field. And so Dixon Good wheels on second base, the potential first run of the game. Sung-Chae Chang looking to drive him home. Tink Hens sets, looks back at second to the pitch. Chang takes this one over the outside half of the plate for strike one.
Dixon sets the table nicely for the leadoff hitter, Sung-Chae Chang.
No runs, 1 hit for Palm Beach. No runs, 2 hits for Bradenton. The 0-1. Swinging at a ball, shot foul right to the backstop.
Chang was a strikeout victim his first time around, looking to change that, but finds himself well in the hole, 0-2.
Chang has been dependable with men in scoring position, hitting .297 this season in such situations. The pitch. Swing in, a line drive, base hit back up the middle. Josiah Dixon being waved home around third. Throw from center field goes toward the plate. Cut off by the first baseman Francisco. An RBI single by Sung-Chae Chang, and the Marauders strike first today.
What a sweet swing, too, by Sung-Chae Chang. Compact, shoots it right back up the middle. A run batted in. Josiah Dixon comes in to score. And for the second straight ball game, it's the Marauders who draw first blood.
Another look at that pitch from Hentz. Fastball right over the heart of the zone. Sweet looking swing, as Adam mentioned, compact and quick. So Chang on first base following the leadoff single. That is now a 5-game hit streak for Chang. Sergio Campagna up next. Chang breaks for second. Pitch is high. Throw to second base, not nearly in time. Chang swipes it. His 22nd of the year.
Oh, what a read, too. What a jump there for Sung-Chae Chang. Finds himself in scoring position, and now an opportunity for Sergio Campagna to drive in the second run of the inning.
Throw from Bernal. Strong, but a little to the third base side of the bag. The 1-0 pitch to Campagna. Low and outside. That breaking ball. Couple of high. Go ahead.
Nice to see some bottom order production from the Marauders. It was 7, 8, and 9 who were due up this inning, and they have found a way to strike on Tink Hens.
So Hens gets a mound visit here from Bernal, the catcher. A couple of highly talented prospects here forming the battery for Palm Beach. You got Tink Hens, who, as we mentioned earlier, ranked as number 7. And the backstop, Leonardo Bernal, ranked at number 29, product of Panama. See, once in a while, some pretty talented ball players come out of Panama. Carlos Lee, outfielder with the White Sox, the Astros a handful of years ago. Probably the most famous, though, Mariano Rivera, Panama native.
Love seeing some Enter Sandman as his walkout.
There you go, the 2-0 pitch. And Campagna looks at a strike on a fastball. I almost feel like that would be copyright infringement on the Sandman himself.
That would be.
In a weird way. Now, 2-1 the count on Campagna. Chang on second base. Next pitch is swung on and popped up. Left side of the infield, the shortstop Rivas waves his arms, and he makes the catch. Inning over, but a Chang RBI single makes it a 1-0 Bradenton lead. We head to the fourth next. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Chang RBI single put the Marauders on the board first today in the bottom of this third inning. And we move to the fourth inning here at League Com Park. And for the play-by-play, here's Adam Plager.
Yeah, excited to do it with you here today, Spencer Smith. And a little change in the scoreboard. The Marauders struck for the first run of the ball game thanks to an RBI single from Sung-Chae Chang. And it has the Marauders up a run, and I'm sure Carlos Jimenez will enjoy having a little bit of run support and a lead entering his fourth inning of work. It'll be Nathan Church, the left fielder, to set the table here for the Beach Birds in the top of the fourth. They find themselves trailing for the second straight ball game. First pitch of the inning from Jimenez. That's skied high, and that one will find itself into the seats down the left field line, and a first pitch strike here in the fourth inning for Carlos Jimenez. The delivery and the 0-1 misses well inside on Nathan Church. Flew out to right field his first time up. Checks in on the outside part of the plate. That one misses as well. And the last two pitches, both for balls, 2-1, is the count on Nathan Church. That one is ripped into center field. Moving back on it is Nadal. And it is indeed Nadal to make the play. He ranged back to his right and made it in shallow center field for the first out of the fourth inning.
Nadal and Tres Gonzalez almost getting tangled up out there in center field, and Gonzalez and Nadal narrowly avoiding a collision on that play, but Nadal made that call loud enough.
Thomas Francisco, he whacked a 2-run home run off Bubba Chandler. It tied the game at 4 apiece. First offering from Jimenez, swung and missed there by Francisco, and 0-1 is the count.
I think the Jimenez changeup, that's been a really good pitch for him this season.
Jimenez stares in. It's the sign from his catcher, Luis Hernandez, and the 0-1 pitch misses well upstairs, changing the eye level on the batter, Thomas Francisco. Even is the count, 1-1. That one is skied high, moving back in left field, and making the play for the Marauders is Josiah Dixon. And just like that, 2 retired in the top of the fourth.
And the Marauders with some good outfield play today. This is one of those afternoons where the sun is high in the sky, but you also have that kind of thick and almost hazy cloud cover. It can be tough to pick up the ball against it, but pretty solid effort defensively all around so far for Bradenton.
Michael Curiali is the batter for the Beach Birds, and he looks at a pitch well outside. And for the first time today, Carlos Jimenez has retired the first 2 batters. We've been accustomed to seeing that second batter reach first base, a couple of walks, and that single. First pitch misses on the batter, Michael Curiali. And the 1-0, oh, that one missed well inside and backs away Curiali. And 2-0, a favorable hitter's count for the Palm Beach third baseman. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk issued by Carlos Jimenez. It's the 3rd free pass allowed in this ball game, and for the 4th time, Palm Beach has themselves a runner at first base. They've been stranded the last 3.
Hey, would have liked to see Jimenez get through a clean 4th inning here, but he'll have to pitch around the 2-out walk now.
So the batter, Jeremy Rivas, the shortstop for Palm Beach. Swinging first pitch, and that one is fouled just above our heads and out of play.
Marty the Marauder holding out his hat there, hoping to make a catch down the seating bull. Try again.
Nice job here by Jimenez, throwing a first pitch strike after throwing 4 straight out of the strike zone. There's an excuse me swing, fouled away, and now in the hole is Rivas, 0-2, and a great opportunity for Carlos Jimenez to get himself unscathed in the 4th inning. (0-2) delivery. Took a lot off that pitch. Sails in high. 1-2 now the count on the Palm Beach shortstop.
And that was the curveball high, and this is where Jimenez has struggled today in putting batters away with 2 strikes. Going to try and get him on this next pitch.
Pickoff attempt. Jerez handles that one cleanly. Nothing doing there on the runner, Michael Curiali. Taking his time is Jimenez. 3 on the pitch clock. And that one low in the dirt, and the count now even, 2-2. Palm Beach has done an excellent job staying patient at the plate, not chasing very often. And now the 2-2 from Jimenez. That one is skied well down the right field foul line, and that will go into the seats. And Marty the Marauder and a fan will chase after the foul ball.
Marty's not happy that he came in second in that chase there. Now, Marty, you would have given away that ball had you come away with it, right?
Yeah.
Hope the answer is yes.
2-2. Deuces are wild for Carlos Jimenez. Runner in motion. That one is swung and hit into left field, and charging over and racing, making the play for the Marauders is Dixon. And that's how the inning will end. Welcome back to the Lakecom Park home half of the fourth. Tink Hence's day is done. Spencer, we have a new pitcher on the mound. You want to welcome him into the ball game for us?
Brian Pope for the Palm Beach Cardinals, Mission Viejo, California native, right around your neck of the woods, Adam. Right around Anaheim, as undrafted free agent signed last year by the Cardinals out of Cal Baptist, where he majored in accounting. Pope with 7 games in the FCL last season, and here in 2022 joined Palm Beach 2 weeks into the season. And aside from a stint on the injured list, he's been with the team all year, so here he goes in the 4th inning.
Yeah, Mission Viejo, California, not too far from me, just down the 91 freeway there in Southern California. Can be busy with a ton of traffic there. See if the Marauders can create some traffic on the base pass against Pope. Swinging through that one is Juan Jerez, native of San Pedro de Macorís, similar to Davies Nadal. Little excuse me swing there from Jerez. Winds up with nothing on that one, and 0-1 the count for Pope. Oh and 2. So well in the hole is Jerez. That one bounces into the dirt. 1-2 now, and talk about San Pedro de Macorís. A lot of baseball players have come from there. Some notable ones: Robinson Cano, Fernando Tatis Jr. for you Padre fans. So a lot of accomplished baseball players coming from San Pedro de Macorís.
And right up there alongside Santo Domingo, the capital city in the Dominican. That's just a baseball hotbed year after year after year.
Yeah, they keep churning out more and more star-studded baseball players. That pitch in there, and it freezes Juan Jerez, and the first strikeout of the day for Pope. That's how he'll get his first out of the ball game, and it'll bring up the third baseman, Jack Brannigan.
Well, just continuing the theme there set by Tink Hence began the game. He finishes with 3 innings, 1 run allowed, 5 strikeouts, and Pope picking up right where Hence left off.
Does indeed. He froze Jerez, a pitch on the outside corner, and all he could do was kind of stop and stare at that one. Give credit to Pope. Does an excellent job working inside, then goes back off the plate. Froze Jerez, 1 away, and we'll see if Brannigan can pick him up. Two and 0 the count. In favor of the right-handed hitting Jack Brannigan. Oh, that one is cranked into right field. It'll fall in, and Brannigan is aboard. Found himself on base a couple of times in last night's defeat of the Cardinals, and he's really swung the bat well for Single A Bradenton.
He really has. 4th game here at Single A for Brannigan. He's hit safely in each of those, even the game in which he came in later in the game. He has really seized every opportunity to play. Just a little soft line drive there. 1 out single.
Not trying to do a whole lot at the plate, just goes with the pitch. And a runner aboard for the Marauders, and Trace Gonzalez, the batter, making his Marauders debut this afternoon. Looks at a first pitch in for a strike. We'll see how active Brannigan is on the base pass. That one is hit to the hot corner. 5-4-3 double play there for Palm Beach, and that's how the inning will end. You're listening to coverage of Marauders baseball on the Marauders Broadcast Network. Looking to match a career high in innings pitched in Single A. Last time he threw 5 innings was on July 1st this season against Jupiter, so he would match a career high in innings pitched if he can work through this 5th inning. Leadoff batter here for Palm Beach is Brody Moore. First pitch misses on the outer half on the Birmingham, Alabama native, Brody Moore. Moore today grounded into a double play, 6-3 on that fine play by Michael Escoto, who really set his feet well and fired a firm strike to first base, Juan Jerez. 1-1 the count on the right-handed hitter, Brody Moore. That one is hit back up the middle. Escoto unable to come up with it. It's into center field, and Gonzalez will scoop it up. A leadoff single for Palm Beach.
And just a little seeing eye single there, just past Escoto's glove. Just came up short by about 6 inches or so. Not much you can do.
Weren't sure if we were going to get a little Derek Jeter jump play action if he would have come up with the baseball. Escoto almost was able to gather that one. So right hand of the box, now to the left side of the box here for the Beach Birds as Brody Moore was swinging it from the right side, and a pickoff attempt by Jimenez. Nothing doing there, just checking in on Brody Moore. So the number 29 prospect, Leonardo Bernal, at the plate for Palm Beach. He singled in his last at-bat. That one, that is into the right field corner. That will send the runner all the way to the plate, and looking to tie the ball game is Palm Beach, and they will on a Leonardo Bernal triple if they give them all three. A fine piece of batting there for the Palm Beach backstop. He's 2 for 2 on the day. That one, a triple into the right field corner, and just like that, this game is knotted at 1.
And just roped down the right field line. Juan Jerez made a nice leaping attempt at first base. Still came up almost a foot shy of it. And like you said, Adam Bernal, nice 2-hit game. He delivers in a good spot.
Nice job, though, by Campagna to try and come up with that ball in that windy right field corner. That ball can skip around you out there. But now a runner at third on the Bernal triple. And just like that, it'll bring have reached base safely, and they've also plated themselves their first run of the afternoon, and similar to last night, have come back from behind. 1-0 is the count. Checking the swinging in there on the outside corner is a strike, evening the count 1-1.
Yohan Montero's trying to throw in the Marauders bullpen.
So yet to record an out is Carlos Jimenez in the 5th inning. Has a 1-1 count on Moquette. That one is skied high into center field, and ranging back, making the play is Trace Gonzalez. Tagging up and scoring is Bernal. And just like that, Palm Beach has found themselves a 2-1 lead. And I guess the nice thing about that play is Jimenez has recorded his first out of the inning.
A lot of small ball for Palm Beach in these first couple of games of the series. Single and a double and then a sac fly brings home that go-ahead run. It's been a resilient lineup. A lot of hard contact. Haven't always been so lucky, but produces the go-ahead run there.
So the lineup turns around, top of the order, and Victor Scott at the plate for Palm Beach. And similar to Bradenton, it's that bottom of the order production creating their offense in this game. Still firing it in there is Jimenez, 94 on the gun on the last pitch. And again, that one is drilled well out of play. That'll find itself into the parking lot and well ahead. 0-2 is the count on Victor Scott. Hitless today, 0 for 2. He was a strikeout victim his last time. See if Jimenez can do some of the same here. 0-2, looked at and misses just outside on the Palm Beach center fielder.
Really, unlike Carlos Jimenez so far, only 1 strikeout through his 4 1/3 innings. But again, really hasn't been his most efficient.
That pitch misses. Count even, 2-2 on the Powder Springs, Georgia native Victor Scott. A 5th round pick in this year's draft. And the 2-2 offering, waved at and missed. He struck him out. Great job there by Jimenez, battling back this inning after surrendering a couple of runs. He's recorded 2 outs now, and just 1 out separates him from matching his season high in innings pitched.
Fastball right over the outside corner, just above belt high. Got that swing and a miss from Scott. Likes to go for those high ones. Couldn't connect on it.
So the batter, Nathan Church. That one misses. Low and away. 1-0 the count on the Palm Beach left fielder. That one again misses on that same part of the plate, and the catcher Luis Hernandez is going to strut to the mound and want to talk things over with his right-handed pitcher.
Chris Rotundo here at the plate has shown a pretty good approach here in the first couple of games of the series. We saw him battle for a 7-pitch plate appearance his first time. He drew that first walk of the game against Jimenez. Now seeing a 2-0 count here. A couple of pitches that weren't particularly close, but you look back to what Rotundo was able to do last night. Doubled in the 4th inning. Some of the best contact we saw from the Palm Beach lineup against Bradenton pitching last night. Did strike out again in the 6th inning, but then we saw another little 5-pitch battle. So he's been able to work some deep counts here, and he's off to a good start here in the AB against Jimenez. 3rd time around for him today.
Favorable hitters count 2-0. Comes back with a strike, does Jimenez. Trying to get himself back into the count. 2-1 on the Palm Beach left fielder. Excuse me. Check that. That one is going to be sent into right field. Campagna will come up with that. A base knock for the Palm Beach right fielder, Chris Rotundo, and the 3rd batter to reach base safely in the inning.
Jimenez just is not fooling as many hitters as we're accustomed to seeing, and you can really attribute that to some of the roster turnover that we're starting to see, not just with Palm Beach, but through the rest of the league. This is the time of year where you're starting to see some more of the recent college draft picks, whether it's from this summer or the previous summer, starting to change the outlook and the makeup of different teams' lineups, and in many cases a lot more disciplined and consistent bats that you're facing in this part of the season.
So a fresh count for Jimenez, and going. That's a little dribbler back to the mound. Jimenez will handle it himself. He'll fire it, and that'll be on a hop. No out recorded. Palm Beach is going to send their runner home. And just like that, the 3rd run of the inning, what should have been the 3rd out of the inning, and Jimenez walking off after 5 innings worked, will be an error as his throw over to Jerez just kind of skipped. Wasn't a clean throw. Jerez unable to come up with it. And it allowed the runner that I believe was at first base at the start of that at-bat was in motion and comes all the way around to score.
Yeah, just a run that should not have happened. If you're going to make the overhand toss to first base as a pitcher there, you have to put a little bit of oomph into it. Otherwise, you risk lobbing it like you did there. That can take your first baseman by surprise, and that's exactly what happened to Juan Jerez. Resulted in an unnecessary error, and it looks like Jimenez will not be able to finish the 5th inning himself.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Jonathan Johnston out at the mound. And that is going to be it for Carlos Jimenez. 4 2/3 innings. And we'll have a new pitcher on the mound. And we will step aside here. You're listening to Marauders Baseball on the Marauders Broadcast Network. On the mound for the Marauders as Carlos Jimenez was unable to work himself out of a jam in that 5th inning. Spencer, you want to welcome in the new pitcher.
Johan Montero, right-hander from Maracay, Venezuela, comes into the game, and he's going to inherit a runner on first base in Nathan Church, who reached on that error just prior to the pitching change. Montero's been good in stranding inherited runners. He has stranded 14 of the 19 men that he's inherited from his fellow Marauders pitching staff members, and pretty good stretch recently for Montero. His last 9 appearances, he has allowed only 2 earned runs, 17 strikeouts during those 14 2/3 innings. So he's been pretty dependable out of the Marauders bullpen, sometimes pitching him in relief, sometimes out of the back end of the bullpen. Whatever the situation's been, though, he's generally responded to the call pretty well.
Yeah, well, another opportunity here. Like you said, inherited runner. He's going to have a runner on first base on that error committed by the pitcher, Carlos Jimenez. So it'll be Montero who will try and end things here in the Palm Beach 5th inning. Thomas Francisco, the batter, runner aboard, 2 away for Palm Beach, as they have plated all 3 of their runs in the top half of the 5th inning and have moved in front. First pitch swing, it's drilled into right field. Waiting under it is Campagna, and he'll make the play. So one pitch, one away, working efficient is Montero, and that'll do it in the fifth. You're listening on the Marauders Broadcast Network. In the sunshine this year, 19-4 record when playing in games started before 5 p.m. But some work here to do as they trail by a couple of runs, as it was Palm Beach with the big visitors half of the fifth inning, plating all 3 runs, and Spencer going to need some production here from Bradenton.
Yeah, Marauders bats off to a slow start against the talented right-handed prospect Tink Kentz and Brian Pope with a shutdown 4th inning. So Bradenton going to try and make something happen as we start with number 6 in the order.
Well, the right guy you want at the plate, Michael Escoto, one of the Pirates' top prospects. He's hit base safely today with a single and showing bunt there, so trying to show some small ball in the at-bat. First pitch in for a strike. Count is 0-1, and that one low in the dirt. Count now even, 1-1 on the Marauders shortstop. One offering. That one is ripped right to the shortstop, and that will be handled cleanly by Rivas. Throw on to Francisco, and that's how the first out will be recorded in the home half of the fifth.
Yeah, a lot of relatively weak contact that the Palm Beach staff, 2 men so far, have generated, and a couple of balls that have been hit hard have, unfortunately for Bradenton, been right at defenders.
Davies Nadal, the batter for the Marauders. He'll look to set the table in the home half of the fifth. Marauders trailing by a couple. First pitch again. Misses here on Davies Nadal. Playing second base today. Was in the outfield last night and left field, so he's showing his versatility defensively for Bradenton. One count, and that's a strike over the outer half of the plate. And 1-2, favorable pitcher's count here for Pope. The 1-2, that one is fisted into left field, and that's going to get down. It's a fair ball. Digging for second is Nadal, and he's racing for 3. It's looking to be a stand-up triple for Davies Nadal, and the Marauders have themselves a runner 90 feet from home and looking to get themselves right back in the ball game.
How about it for Nadal? Nice little favorable ricochet off the sidewalls. That ball crossed over the foul line, down the left field line, and the left fielder Church out there, not very familiar with the dimensions here at Lecom Park, so he banged into that sidewall hard, and that was really the turning point, allowing Nadal to take that extra base.
Well, some much-needed production from the lower half of the Marauders order. Luis Hernandez, the catcher at the plate, a runner at third. The Marauders looking to get themselves within a run, and also the tying runner at the plate in the catcher, Luis Hernandez. So the first little bit of trouble Pope has found himself in this game. Runner just 90 feet from the plate. That one's going to get away, and looking to break to the plate was Nadal, and now he'll get gunned out at third as he tripped over himself trying to race back to the bag. And just like that, 2 gone in the Marauders' fifth. So what looked to be a dangerous scoring threat is now just 2 away, and a 2-0 count on Luis Hernandez.
I hate to say it, but these ill-advised base running decisions have really been hurting the Marauders a lot lately, night after night, and that was a big opportunity just taken away from them there as Nadal stumbled back going into third.
See if Hernandez can pick up Nadal and try and get himself on base. Swinging at the next pitch, it's ripped into right field. That'll get down on a hop, and just like that, Luis Hernandez reaches base safely on a 2-out single.
And so there you see, that could have been the second run of the game for the Marauders. Could have made it a 1-run contest. You look up and down this Bradenton lineup and you see so many talented and fast base runners. Not always the best decision-making has gone on, unfortunately, though. And so, you know, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but Hernandez gets himself a base hit, tying run to the plate again.
So some more bottom of the order production from Bradenton. First pitch misses well outside. on Josiah Dixon, Riverside, California native, also the home of World Series champion Adam Kennedy.
Had a nice chat about that before the game, didn't we?
We did indeed, and again, another prospect from California, I believe 3 on the Palm Beach roster. He had a sit-down talk with Carlos Lamelli that played on that pregame show, another native of California.
And La Habra, California. I think that's pretty close to your neck of the woods.
Yeah, just about a 25-minute drive, so not far at all. Dixon ahead in the count, 1-0. The offering from Pope, that one missed well inside, in on the hands of the Marauders left fielder Josiah Dixon. 2-0 the count. Hernandez takes his lead. Pope has the sign, and the 2-0 delivery. That one's fouled right back. Working himself back into the count now is Pope. 2-1, and a heads-up play there in the on-deck circle by Sung Chae Chang, who grabbed it as it rolled off the netting.
He's gotten used to how it works back here. Look up for the ricochet and turn around and grab it.
2-1 pitch. Oh, that tied him up in knots, and he did indeed go around. 2-2 is the count on the Marauder left fielder. Deuces Wild. Marauders looking to extend this 5th inning. We'll see what ideas Pope has on the mound on the 2-2 offering. Oh, that one nails Josiah Dixon in the shoulder, and the inning will continue on the hit batsman. So runners at first and second, 2 away, and the top of the order in Sung Chae Chang.
And Dixon will take it. Hit by pitch never feels good, but he'll certainly prefer the breaking ball as opposed to the fastball. And looked like Dixon got that one right in the left tricep. But 2 aboard now, including the tying run. See if Chang can do damage for the second time today.
Well, we're going to talk things over at the mound, and I think this will draw the entire Palm Beach infield in. There is a right-hander warming in the Palm Beach bullpen.
Looks like a stall tactic to give the bullpen some time. This is the pitching coach, Giovanni Carrara, so that'll give the right-hander time to loosen.
Chang has himself an RBI knock. He had a single up the middle in his last at-bat, which got the Marauders on the scoreboard, and at the time, the first lead of the ball game. Since then, things have shifted in a big way after the top of the 5th, which plated all 3 of Palm Beach's runs. Excellent opportunity for Bradenton. The go-ahead run at the plate, the tying run at first, and Josiah Dixon, and again, the bottom of the order continuing to have productive at-bats.
And Chang trying to keep it going, leadoff hitter in the order, and the right-hander we saw throwing in the Palm Beach bullpen, by the way, Roy Garcia. As the Palm Beach skipper, Gary Kendall, probably hoping that Brian Pope can get through the rest of this inning himself with 2 away.
Campagna is on deck if the inning continues. First pitch misses outside. And once again, working behind in the count is Brian Pope, the right-handed reliever for Palm Beach. One 0 delivery. That one shot into left field. And everyone will move up a station, and that will load the bases for Sergio Campagna. And a great opportunity, a breaking point in this game. Bases loaded, 2 away, a 3-1 game. And Bradenton looking to get themselves right back into the ball game with their number 2 hitter, Sergio Campagna.
And Gustavo Amanya at third base, giving the stop sign there to Luis Hernandez. Not the fastest runner on the team, certainly a capable base runner, but Omania kind of lining up the angle there, looking to throw coming in from left field. He saw that was not favorable for Hernandez, and it looks like we're going to see a call to the bullpen now.
Well, that stall tactic looks to be effective here for Palm Beach. Gave their right-hander a chance to get in a few extra tosses as he comes into a big moment. Bases loaded for Sergio Campagna, and we will take a moment and step aside. You're listening to Marauders Baseball on the Marauders Baseball Network. I believe that's Davies Nadal. No, sorry, Sergio Campagna at the plate for the Marauders, the center fielder. That one misses well outside, and a good block by the backstop for Palm Beach, their number 29 prospect, Bernal.
For what it's worth, Sergio Campagna does not have a grand slam in his career.
An excellent opportunity to have his first one here. Swinging at that one, and he dribbles that one back, and a 1-2 count now on the Marauders. Right-handed hitting center fielder, and you got to think that the grand slam goes out of the playbook. Just want to have a good two-strike approach, shorten up his swing, and try and plate one of the runners on base. That one freezes Sergio Campagna, and he can't believe it. Stops and stares at that one, and the Marauders will leave the bases loaded. So Palm Beach works himself out of a bases loaded jam, and that's how the inning will end. You're listening to Marauders Baseball on the Marauders Broadcast Network.
Hey.
Golden opportunity slips away from the Marauders in that home half of the fifth as they left the bases loaded. Montero back out on the mound for the Marauders, and that first pitch is fouled up and out of play. Right-handed hitting, third baseman Curiali at the dish for the Beach Birds. Looks at a pitch low and away, count even 1-1. Marauders out hitting Palm Beach 7-4. Difference is on the scoreboard, and that one lined right back to Montero, and that'll be the first out of the top of the sixth.
Kind of a funky flourish to that one from Montero. He had all kinds of time to wait because that was in on the handle and cracked the bat on the swing. So pretty softly hit line drive. Gave Montero some time to react, and a nice little showy reach to his left side and nice little hop and skip.
Help yourself out there for the pitcher Montero, and swinging at the first pitch there is the shortstop Rivas. Fouls that one away. 0-1 the count, and once again the Marauders reliever ahead in the count. The 0-1 gets the outside corner painted beautifully, and 0-2 is the count on the Beach Bird shortstop. Well in the hole. The 0-2, similar part, just misses underneath the strike zone, unable to ring up Rivas. The 1-2 delivery. That one even further outside, and it'll get all the way back into the netting. Count even 2-2 on Jeremy Rivas. Infield straight up for the Marauders, and the 2-2, oh, just missed on the outside corner. Oh, I thought that would have been a called third strike. Just barely off the plate. And seeing another day is Rivas on the payoff pitch. That one is bounced to second. Nadal ranges back. Quick throw over to Jerez. Lunges over and grabs it for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for Montero in the top of the sixth.
Even though Juan Jerez is playing first base for the first time in his career over the course of this season, he's done a really good job over there. And that wasn't an extreme example, but has good reach to all sides. He has those long limbs to work with, and also has flexibility that he said he had no idea that he had up until he got placed at first base this season.
Sure that Montero enjoying every bit of that as he has himself 2 gone and 1 out away from the Marauders coming back to try and get themselves back into this ball game. First couple of pitches miss on Brody Moore, the Beach Birds' second baseman this afternoon. That one pumps it into the zone at 94, comes back with a heater. .241 average this season for Moore, right-handed hitting second baseman, and that one in. 93 on the gun for Montero. And he can work himself a clean top of the sixth if he can retire Brody Moore. The 2-2, that one's dribbled back to the pitcher. Montero underhand flip, and that will do it In the top of the sixth, the Marauders will come up trailing by a couple. You're listening on the Marauders Broadcast Network. Garcia back out after he worked out of a major jam with the bases loaded as he struck out Campagna looking. Marauders looking to work themselves back into the ball game. Juan Jerez, the leadoff hitter, first pitch swinging, sends that one high into center field. And ranging over and making the play is Victor Scott, and that'll be the first out of the Marauders' sixth.
Well, Jerez was pretty pull happy to begin the season and sometimes still gets himself into a groove where he's looking to sit on first pitch. Fastball will try and cheat it, but when you see that swing and taking a lot of balls with, loud crack of the bat, some authority to that opposite field gap, that's when Jerez's swinging's working pretty well. Didn't go for a hit that time, still looked and sounded pretty good though.
One of the hottest hitters on the Marauders up at the plate, the right-handed hitting third baseman Jack Brannigan, and one of the guys that you want to see start a rally here in the home half of the sixth. First pitch missed, second one in the strike zone, and that'll even the count 1-1. Oh, excuse me. 0-2. I thought that first pitch missed inside, did not. Excuse me there. The 1-1. Oh, and that one fooled Brannigan. Got a little bit of contact. Fouls that one towards the Palm Beach dugout. Count 0-2. Two-strike approach for the Marauders' third baseman. That one got him chasing, struck out Brannigan, and that's the second out of the inning from the right-hander.
Yeah, pretty wicked breaking ball multiple times in that AB to Brannigan, and we have not seen many swings like those from Brannigan just yet, but Roy Garcia really had him out in front.
So Trace Gonzalez, the Marauders center fielder, looking to continue the home half of the sixth. First pitch misses. Low and inside. Gonzalez still looking for his first career hit as a Marauder, making his debut this afternoon, and that one dribbled back. And that will even the count 1-1. This season, the Marauders, things haven't been so good for them when they've trailed after the sixth inning. Winless at home, 0-17 record. Looking to change the tide of that here in Game 2 of this series against the Palm Beach Cardinals. The 1-1 offering misses in the dirt, and that will be 2-1 on the Marauders center fielder. That one smacked to first, and taking it himself is Francisco, and that's how the inning will end. So the Marauders will need a seventh inning or later comeback in this one as they come up empty in the sixth. You're listening to Marauders Baseball on the Marauders Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Lecom Park. Spencer Smith will be back with you covering the play-by-play as it'll be Palm Beach back up.
All right, thank you, Adam. Leonardo Bernal leads off for the Cardinals here in the seventh inning, and Johan Montero misses high and outside with his first pitch. 3-1, Beachbirds lead the Marauders, second game of the series. Montero, fast worker, rocks and deals. The 1-0 pitch is low for ball two. For those who are just recently joining us, the Marauders scored first. RBI single by Sung Chae Cheng in the third inning. Palm Beach put 3 across in the fifth inning to take the lead. 2-0. Way inside. Bernal shuffles backwards out of the way. And Montero goes to 3 balls and no strikes on the Palm Beach catcher. 2 for 2 with a run batted in today. 3-0. Finds the strike zone that time, right down the pipe for strike one.
And Bernal not taking the bat off his shoulder, forcing Montero to come back with a strike.
3-1 coming. Bernal swings and bounces it the other way to third. Brannigan moves to his left, taps the glove, has time, throws onto first, and a lateral stretch by Juan Jerez. Takes care of him, first out of the inning.
Excellent job, too, by Jerez, holding on to the baseball, not letting it pop free out of the mitt. And they set down Bernal, get the leadoff batter retired in the top of the seventh. No one warming in the Marauders bullpen, so it's going to be up to Montero to get things done here.
Darlene Moquete takes the first pitch high for ball one. And Montero's a guy who is capable of pitching a few innings at a time out of the bullpen. Wind up and the 1-0. Moquete, right-handed batter, takes a high strike. It's 1-1.
For the second time this series, Palm Beach deploying their DH hitter in the number 9 slot of the batting order, something you don't see very often.
1-1, swung on, lifted to left field. Josiah Dixon started in, now going back. This ball is over his head. He took a bad route to it. He barehands the carom off the wall, throwing to second base is on a long hop. And into second base with a ringing double, Darlene Moquette. Josiah Dixon did not get a good initial read on that ball.
Yeah, first step was in, and always want to try and start backwards. Easier to come in than move front to back, and that one is a stand-up double for the number 9 hole Moquette.
There have been times we've seen Dixon take a less than ideal first step, but he has the speed to make up for a lot of those mistakes. Unfortunately, this time, not the case. So runner on second base with one away. Here's Victor Scott. Corner infielders playing up in case of a bunt. He's showing bunt, taps in front of home plate. Picked up by Hernandez, plays to first, and throws him out there. 4 out number 2. Up to third base on the play goes Moquette.
Once again, Palm Beach showing that small ball brand of baseball. Productive out for Victor Scott as he was set down and strikeouts his last 2 at-bats. Now a runner 90 feet from home as they look to try and extend their lead.
Yeah, it goes down the books as a sacrifice bunt. Obviously, that was not the intended result there as Scott was going for the bunt single. But a runner on third now, 2 outs for Chris Rotundo. Montero fires, and a fastball right over the plate for a strike. So we see Luis Hernandez fielding his position well behind home plate this afternoon. 0-1 on Rotundo. Montero stares down the runner on third. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip out of the mid of Hernandez.
Excellent pitch, too, by Montero. Big wave and a miss by Rotundo on a pitch on the outer corner of the plate. See if he goes even further off the plate to try and get him to chase and miss.
Montero trying to keep it a 2-run game. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Hernandez hangs on for strike 3. And the Cardinals leave a man stranded on third base. It's time to stretch here at Lecom Park. Marauders trail 3-1. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Lecom for the bottom of the 7th. Spencer Smith alongside Adam Plager. And the first pitch to Michael Escoto. Showed bunt initially. Pulled back and takes a slider strike from Roy Garcia. 0-1 is Garcia showing the high Red Sox. Wind up and the pitch. Escoto takes another slider, this time outside. Marauders now with some action in the bullpen in right field. And that appears to be Sergio Umana starting to toss. Working quickly, Garcia's 1-1. Swing and a miss by Escoto at a pitch that was nowhere near the zone. 1-2. Just a testament to how Garcia has been spinning his breaking balls today.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job out of the bullpen. Got out of that bases-loaded jam.
1-2, cut out and missed. Escoto chases in the dirt. He sprints for first base, but the catcher Bernal's throw to first in time to complete the strikeout. 1 gone.
Again, the Marauders continuing their woes at the plate offensively. Only 1 run on the board. You have to date back to July 17th, the last time the Marauders have been held to 1 run or fewer in a game, and it was a game in which they won a shutout, 1-0. Of a first game of a doubleheader.
There's Davis Nadal, first pitch taking. That's low, so a good eye there. The game-by-game results there, Adam. So almost a month since the last time the Marauders were held to 1 run. As you mentioned, turned out to be a 1-0 shutout win. The 1-0, Nadal takes low again, pretty close, 2-0.
This has really been a different team in this second half of the season. Really the tale of 2 halves for Bradenton. They've really turned things around.
2-0, Nadal takes outside.
Currently, they find themselves tied for the first spot with the Tarpons. There is no movement as both teams were defeated yesterday.
3-0, that's in there for a strike. And the Marauders, at multiple points throughout the second half, have had a share of first place in the West as Nadal takes strike 2. There's been only about a 48-hour period, though, in which the Marauders have had sole possession of first place during the second half. Quickly, Garcia, 3-2 pitch outside. He loses Nadal, so it's a 1-out walk.
Another productive at-bat from the bottom of the order. They've really stayed composed at the plate, not chasing pitches, and have really forced the Palm Beach pitching staff to have to make strikes.
Now Luis Hernandez, long-haired 21-year-old catcher out of Tovar, Venezuela. Rocks kind of a faux hawk look, similar to what left-hander Luis Peralta dons underneath his hat. Pitch high and inside to Hernandez for ball 1. What was it? Probably around 2010, 2011, 2012, when a lot of Tampa Bay Rays players were rocking that mohawk or faux hawk look. Next one inside for ball 2 on Hernandez.
Yeah, I believe that was, you said Tampa Bay Rays?
Yeah, I think the Rays and I think scattered other players throughout it. Major League Baseball also rocked that look. 2 balls, no strikes on Hernandez with Davies Nadal on first. Pitch is high and inside, and that clips Hernandez on his jersey. Ball still makes it into the catcher's mitt, but the plate umpire Sam Carey heard that extra tick as the ball came in. So hit by pitch puts 2 aboard with only 1 down.
The second hit batsman of the game for Marauders hitters. Dixon, the last one, he got nailed in the shoulder. This time it's Luis Hernandez, clipped right above the belt line. And a couple of runners aboard, a runner in scoring position. We'll have a meeting at the mound. There's also a right-hander warming in the Palm Beach bullpen. We'll see if that is what they'll elect to do here.
Giovanni Carrara, the former big league reliever, pitching coach for the Cardinals, out for a mound visit. And there is a right-hander, as Adam mentioned, in the Cardinals bullpen. That's Gustavo Rodriguez.
Out of international free agent signing in 2018 for Palm Beach. Current pitcher, number 43, Roy Garcia, an international free agent in 2017. So both of these arms for Palm Beach have a little bit of experience professionally in the Cardinals system.
Roy Garcia was rolling up until that 1-out walk to Davies Nadal. In fact, he had retired 5 in a row. Now the bullpen to begin his outing today. But now facing some turbulence, Josiah Dixon will stand at the plate now. He represents the go-ahead run at the dish. Catcher Bernal stepping in front of home plate, flashing signals to his infielders. He was looking over toward his dugout to his manager, Gary Kendall, to make sure he was relaying the proper signals. First and second, 1-out situation here. Palm Beach 3, Bradenton 1. Josiah Dixon the batter. Garcia fires, and the pitch low and outside.
Josiah Dixon attended Orange Lutheran, place not too far from home, about 30 minutes. Very close to actually where the Angels play. That's where they actually took their team picture.
The 1-0 pitch. That's a fun little factoid there. That's pretty cool. Next one in for a strike on Dixon, so it's 1-1. And same high school produced Garrett Cole, actually.
That is former Pittsburgh Pirate himself. Also Mark Langston and former Pirate Jason Martin from Orange Lutheran.
1-1 way outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Dixon with 2 aboard for the Marauders, threatening in this 2-run contest. Bottom of the 7th inning. Mark Langston, that goes back to the teams we grew up rooting for. He grew up an Angels fan, and I myself a Mariners fan. He pitched for both those teams. 2-1 now to Dixon. Swings and misses for strike 2.
And he currently is a member of the Angels broadcast team.
Three runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 costly error for Bradenton. The pitch. Runner breaks for third. Double steal coming. Dixon swings and taps it weakly foul up the third baseline. Had that ball stayed fair, the Marauders probably would have had him loaded.
Dixon, a 23rd round draft pick for the Marauders. He was the 3rd outfielder taken in the draft, the 2nd prep outfielder taken on day 3 of the draft by the Pirates in the 2019 draft.
Looking to deliver a clutch knock here in the 7th. Marauders trailing by 2. 2-2 again. Breaking ball. Low and outside for ball 3.
Well, really amping up the pressure in this at-bat is Josiah Dixon. He's 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat, and he's worked the count full 3-2 on Garcia.
First and second, 1 away. Here's the payoff. Dixon swings and lines it up the middle. Base hit to center field. Nadal being waved home around third. Stopping at second, Luis Hernandez. RBI single for Josiah Dixon, and the Marauders are within 1.
Oh, what a sweet approach at the plate by Josiah Dixon. Shoots it right back up the middle. Another base knock similar to the RBI single from Sung Chae Chang. Similar placement in the field, and the Marauders are just down by 1 run, and it looks like we're going to get ourselves a pinch runner as well at second base, and a lot of changes will be happening here, Spencer.
Norquis Marcos going to pinch run for Luis Hernandez, and there will be a new pitcher into the game for the Cardinals. Manager Gary Kendall out to the mound for the change. We'll step aside. The Marauders made it a 3-2 ball game here in the 7th, and we will be right back. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Score 3-2 in favor of Palm Beach, but the Marauders, Adam, piecing together a nice threat.
Yeah, again, the bottom of the order, a little lightning in a bottle for the bottom half of this Marauders order. Having productive at-bats, hit by pitch. Saw Luis Hernandez reach base, a great single up the middle by Josiah Dixon. A guy not known for his bat really has had himself a nice day at the plate, 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch. So he's reached base safely on all 3 of his occasions. And the new pitcher for Palm Beach, again, finds himself in a very difficult situation. Garcia, the previous pitcher, came into a bases loaded jam. So the Beach Birds bullpen has really been put to the test this afternoon.
Gustavo Rodriguez, 21-year-old from Cumana, Venezuela, 3.56 ERA, 1.21 whip. Sung-Chae Cheng, the batter. Rodriguez deals, and Cheng takes a knee-high strike over the inside half of the plate.
Norquis Marcos is the pinch runner. He is at second base, 8 for 12 stolen bases this season, so some more speed on the base pass for Bradenton.
He runs for Luis Hernandez, the 1-0. Cheng takes load away. Cheng giving the stop sign to his teammate Marcos on second as Bernal knocked it down. Trailing runner on first base, Josiah Dixon. He can fly. He represents the go-ahead run. There's Marcos on second for those viewing on MLB TV. First and second, just 1 out. Sung-Chae Cheng, 2 for 3 today. Here comes the 2-0. Cheng swings and grounds one. Base hit to right field. Marcos being waved home around third. Into third base comes Dixon. Throw home. Knocked down by the cutoff man, the first baseman. This game is tied. Sung-Chae Cheng, an RBI single.
Have yourself an afternoon, Sung-Chae Cheng. Couple of RBIs. He got the party started, and now he's tied this ball game up 3 apiece here in inning number 7. Really like the way that this team has fought back, continuing to scratch and claw in this game.
Sung-Chae Cheng, by the way, takes second base as the throw from right field went toward home plate. And the lead runner, Josiah Dixon on third, represents the go-ahead run, so infield up for Palm Beach. Sergio Campagna, 0 for 3, will bat next. Here's the pitch by Rodriguez. Bouncer in the dirt. Tremendous block by Bernal. That's part of what earns him such high marks defensively. And another look at that base hit, stroked on the ground ball, past the backhand side of the first baseman, Francisco. Norquis Marcos, that pinch running decision really paid off there. 1 ball and no strikes. Second and third, 1 away. The pitch. Campagna swings, fouls it right back in this direction. Oh, that would have ended up right in my mouth here practically had that extended netting not been present.
Yeah, good thing for that netting. I'm not looking for a baseball sandwich for my lunch this afternoon, but would not have tasted very good.
A little leathery. Count 1-1. Right-hander Rodriguez offers up the pitch and a swing and a liner out to right field. Coming in, the right fielder Rotondo makes the catch, and the runners are bluffing a tag. No shot there at scoring. That ball hit just too hard and not deep enough, so an unproductive second out for Campagna, and the score remains tied for now.
Yeah, what a rocket of a throwback from the right fielder Rotundo, holding the Marauder runner at third. Still, a couple of runners in scoring position for Bradenton. Second and third for Jerez, who is hitless today. Let's see if he can reach base safely in his 4th try.
Second and third. Here's the pitch to Juan Jerez. A fastball over the inner half, called strike 1. Look at the numbers with runners in scoring position for Juan Jerez this season. 246, middle of the road. Rodriguez, the tall, thin right-hander, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, that's taken for strike 2. The Marauders have squandered a couple of opportunities today, including that bases-loaded threat in the 5th inning that Roy Garcia bailed the Cardinals out of with an inning-ending strikeout. Jerez trying to come up in the clutch here as the Marauders have tied the score at 3-all. Here comes the 0-2. Jerez swings and misses strike 3, and 2 men left in scoring position, but they do tie it up on the Sung-Chae Cheng single and the Josiah Dixon single. Tied at 3 runs. As we move to the 8th, this is the Marauders Broadcast Network. www.lepensiplumbing.com. Welcome back to Lecom Park in Bradenton. Left-hander Mitchell Miller on to pitch for the Marauders. This game now tied at 3-3 as the Marauders fought back from a 3-run deficit in the bottom of the 7th. So Mitchell Miller trying to keep this thing tied up. Faces Nathan Church, number 3 hitter in the order. And the first pitch taken low and outside for ball 1. A slew of defensive changes for the Marauders here as we open up the 8th inning. Gets them in just a moment as Miller comes set. And the tall southpaw's 1-0 pitch. Church takes a little low for ball 2. We have Sergio Campagna moving from right field to center field. Tres Gonzalez is out of the game now. Norquis Marcos, who was in as a pinch runner last half inning, remains in the game as the new second baseman. Davies Nadal moves from second base out to right field. Swinging a bouncing ball right back to the mound. Miller snags it on a leaping grab. Underhand flip to Jerez. In time, beauty of a play and one away.
One of the more difficult varieties of the PFP displayed right there. An excellent fielding by the pitcher Miller, able to field his position very well and helps himself out. He has himself his first out of the top of the 8th.
And Miller saw Miller looking up into the sky as if not sure that he had grabbed it at first, just making sure, but he recovers, gathers his wits, and one out here for the Cardinals in the top of the 8th inning. And next up will be Thomas Francisco, lefty on a lefty, the pitch, breaking ball, over for a strike. Nicely placed by Miller. So again, for those just joining us, the new outfield lineman for the Marauders, left to right, Josiah Dixon, Sergio Campagna, Davies Nadal, playing in right field for the first time in his career. The 0-1, swung on, popped foul out of play, third base side. Marauders infield now stands at Jack Brannigan at third base, Michael Escoto at short, those two the same. Norquis Marcos, the new second baseman, Juan Jerez still at first base, and Wyatt Hendry, the new catcher. So there's Sergio Campagna out in center field. He started the game in right. The 0-2, Francisco takes the low and outside. So he had a pinch runner and a whole slew of changes last half inning. Got to shuffle around the positions a little bit, and that's where the flexibility really comes into play. Count 1-2 on Thomas Francisco. The toss, low and outside. Knocked down by Hendry. So we saw Davies Nadal in left field for the first time in his career last night. He moves mid-game to right field in this one. Playing very, very deep. We saw Francisco almost leave the ballpark earlier today. 2-2 coming from Miller. Check swing. Did he go? The Marauders will not even appeal. Wasn't much of a check swing anyway, to be fair. So the count is now full on Francisco. Marauders trailed 3-1 going to the bottom of the 7th. Back-to-back RBI singles by Josiah Dixon and Sung Chae Chang locked the score up at 3-3. 3-2 pitch. Taken. Strike 3 outside corner. Mitchell Miller picks up the punch out. 2 away here in the 8th.
Francisco now 0 for 4 on the afternoon. He's had himself a tough day at the plate, and the first southpaw of the game that we have seen for the Marauders in Mitchell Miller.
Another look at that last pitch. Fastball at the knees, outside corner. Perfect. Here's Michael Curiali. First pitch swinging, he fouls it back. Oh, man. A la Kevin Youkilis. Top hand coming off the bat there that time for Curiali. You don't see that very much.
No, not very often. He's redoing his batting gloves, trying to get himself all realigned at the plate. Nothing in one the count on the Beach Birds' right-handed hitting third baseman.
Curiali 0 for 2 with a walk today as Miller tosses 0-1. That's in there for strike 2 at the knees. Miller, a good job working down in the zone here. Nobody on, 2 outs. Miller 1 strike away from a clean 8th. Here he comes, the 0-2 pitch taken low and inside. And that hit him. Michael Curiali hit by a pitch. So he's down to first base. Frustrating finish to the plate appearance for Mitchell Miller, who was way ahead in the count.
I'll have to wonder where exactly that got him. I thought that was just a ball that missed.
Our view partially obstructed here. Wonder if we can get a look at the replay on where exactly that ball hit Curiali.
Nonetheless, it has given Palm Beach their first base runner of the inning.
Here's Jeremy Rivas, right-handed hitter. The pitch. Miller gets a fastball into the upper reaches of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Rivas a little surprised by the call.
91 on the gun. I think that's the hardest we've seen out of Miller's arsenal this afternoon.
He glances over at first. High leg kick and a throw that way. Pickoff not in time. Curiali back in safely.
Wyatt Hendry, the new catcher. He appeared in last night's game for Bradenton.
Here comes the 0-1 from Miller. Rivas swings and shoots a line drive down the right field line, foul. Marauders trying to change the narrative from what we saw last night. Bradenton unable to hold on to two separate two-run leads in last night's series opener. Here, this afternoon, Marauders lost an early 1-0 lead with a 3-run fifth by Palm Beach. Bradenton has since come back to tie it at 3. The 0-2, taken up and away for ball 1. Totals on the scoreboard. Palm Beach, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Marauders, 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. That led to one of those Palm Beach runs. 1-2 from Miller. Swinging a ball, fouled back. Rivas just throwing his bat head out at it and just barely making contact on a pitch outside the zone. Michael Curiali on first base represents the go-ahead run for the visitors here in the 8th inning. The set. Miller, long pause, the 1-2. Curiali breaks for second, and another ball shot foul out of play. Look out below. That one thumping off the edge of the roof over the first base seats and falls down to the crowd, and a little girl picks it up on the bounce.
Once again, Rivas fighting at the plate. 2-strike approach, just looking to keep himself alive with 2 gone in the top of the 8th.
The 1-2 again. Rivas a swing and a bouncing ball hit to short. Escoto goes down to a knee, goes the short way to second. Forced play ends the inning. And a man left stranded by Palm Beach here in the 8th. We're tied at 3 going to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Lecom. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Score tied at 3-3 as we open up the bottom of the 8th inning. Jack Brannigan leads off for the Marauders. And Gustavo Rodriguez, right-hander for Palm Beach, comes inside with a fastball for ball 1. Heater up to 96 there from Rodriguez.
Brannigan a strikeout victim last time at the plate.
1-0 comes inside, 2-0.
Singled back in the 4th inning for Bradenton. See if he can have himself a multi-hit game.
2-0 pitch, in tied yet again, 3-0 the count. So Jack Brannigan has now hit safely each of his first 4 games at single A. Some action on the Bradenton bullpen again. As Rodriguez winds and offers a 3-0 high and inside. Brannigan turns away from it, almost hit him in the shoulder, and he draws the leadoff walk.
4 straight pitches outside the strike zone. Free pass issued to Jack Brannigan and Michael Escoto. Wyatt Hendry will check into the ball game, his first plate appearance of the afternoon.
Look at that last pitch to Jack Brannigan. Quickly turned away from it. Pitch coming right near the belt, right near the waist. So here's Wyatt Hendry. First plate appearance, as Adam mentioned, and a fastball in there for a strike.
Native of Palmdale, California, San Diego State alumnus.
The good old Dale. Here's the set, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, that's at the knees for a strike. Got to talk to Hendry a little bit at the beginning of the season. Told him I used to call games for the Lancaster Jethawks. Lancaster, the neighboring city over from Palmdale. That was a little fun connection there from day one. Was set by Rodriguez, the 0-2. Hendry swings at a breaking ball, punches it foul, bounced right to Gustavo Amanya, coaching at third base. And Gustavo's soft hands have continued to come in handy for the Marauders' third base coach. So Wyatt Hendry will see another 0-2. Tres Gonzalez, by the way, finishes his single A debut 0 for 3. The 0-2. Low and outside. Heck of a backhand snag by Bernal, the catcher, preventing a wild pitch.
Well, he is praised for his defensive abilities and continues to show that here in this ball game. And quickly was going to look for a snap throw back to first after he picked it on his backhand.
Rodriguez still ahead in the count, 1-2 on Hendry. Go ahead run on first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken low for ball 2. Bernal thought they had him with a pitch of the knees. Just a bit low, though. Gustavo Rodriguez showing the high socks, red socks with the navy blue and white alternating stripes around the calves. 2-2. Taken low again. Hendry, discipline, works it full, 3-2.
Hendry was 1 for 2 last night in the ball game and really showing his patience in this plate appearance.
Here comes a 3-2 from the right-hander. Hendry swings and strokes it deep to right field. Going back Rotundo onto the warning track, reaches up and makes the catch, and the ballpark just held that one for a deep out number 1. Brannigan goes back to first.
Well, I thought that might have had the legs to carry itself out of the ballpark and into a Bradenton lead. It would have been their second of the afternoon, but it stayed inside the ballpark. Good thing for Rodriguez.
Here's Michael Escoto, 1 for 3. His lone hit today was a bouncing ball past the third baseman. Pitch to Escoto, swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Bernal. And frankly, that scoring decision on that Escoto base hit in the second inning was one that probably could have gone either way. If you ask me, maybe an error, but who's complaining? The 0-1, Escoto takes a little high for ball one. That was pretty close and not a bad spot.
Well, I'm sure Escoto and his .256 batting average will say thank you very much to the scoring on that one. Give him credit. It was a hot shot off the bat, really quick to the hot corner.
The 1-1, Escoto swings, pops it foul back this way. Now, Escoto has sustained some success with Bradenton. 24 games this season. He's reached base safely in 21 of them. Began the season up at High A Greensboro, struggled, transferred down to the Florida Complex League to try and get his season back on track. Spent about a week there, then promoted to Bradenton. The 1-2, breaking ball, bounced past the mound, knocked down by the right-hander Rodriguez, picks it up, throws to first in time to get Escoto, and up to second base on the play goes Jack Brannigan. There are 2 outs.
A great job, too, by Rodriguez to stay composed as he knocked the baseball down quickly, gathered it, found it, and a strong throw over to his first baseman, Francisco. Well, Nadal looking to pick himself back up after he got back picked at third base. Could have been the difference in this game and a Marauders lead. Had other plans. This game currently tied 3-3.
We're in the bottom of the 8th. Runner on second. The pitch to Nadal. Taken high for ball one. It would be quite the redemption story if Nadal can come away with the go-ahead base knock here and give the Marauders a chance to close it out in the 9th. So action in the bullpen. A right-hander for the Marauders. That looks like Wilkin Ramos. The 1-0 from Rodriguez. Low and outside. Snap throw coming to second. And it is just late. Back in there safely standing. Jack Brannigan.
What an excellent job, too, defensively there by the catcher, the number 29 prospect, Bernal. That was a pitch that he had to get down low and kind of crouch down. Kept the ball in front of him, and then a firm throw over to his shortstop, Rivas, trying to back pick Hendry, the runner at second.
2-0, Nadal swings and lifts it to left field. Twisting toward the line, Church hustling in, sunglasses on. He reaches up and makes the catch. The inning is over, and the Marauders leave the go-ahead run stranded on second base. We head to the 9th, still tied at 3 here at Lecom Park. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Wilkin Ramos will toe the rubber for the Marauders in the top of the 9th inning. Score tied at 3 with the Palm Beach Cardinals. Spencer Smith and Adam Plager back with you this afternoon. Game 2 of a 6-game set. Wind up in the pitch by Ramos to Brody Moore. High and inside with a heater for ball one. Fastball typically sits in the mid-90s from Ramos. Also brings the slider. That fastball can bump up to 98. The 1-0. Fastball, 93. Too high, 2-0.
Ramos, a native of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Same spot as the center fielder Sergio Campagna.
2-0 pitch is outside, and he falls behind 3-0. 3 runs, 5 hits for Palm Beach. 3 runs, 9 hits for Bradenton. Now Ramos trying to find the zone. 3-0. Fastball. That's down the middle for a strike.
Ramos gets himself back into the strike zone. He's also pitched very well as of late in his last 10 games. 13 innings pitched and a 1.38 ERA.
3-1 pitch is lined down the right field line, but foul by a couple of feet. That was almost trouble. Could have been a leadoff double there. Ramos takes over for Johan Montero. Did a nice job out of the Bradenton pen today. Montero ends up going 2 1/3 innings scoreless. Just 1 hit allowed. Struck out 1. Didn't walk anybody. The 3-2 pitch. Moore swings and foul. Tips it into the mid of Hendry for strike 3. Ramos battles back from down 3-0 and gets the strikeout.
Enters in style with that punch out to start the afternoon for Wilkin Ramos. And now he'll face the number 29 prospect Bernal. Has really been a tough out this afternoon. 2 for 3.
First pitch is a high strike and a fastball to Bernal. 0-1. Wilkin Ramos, 4.25 ERA across 27 appearances. Opponents hitting .255 against him. The 0-1 breaking ball bounced toward the mound, and Ramos lets it go to the second baseman. Barehanded by Marcos. Throw to first base, bounces away, and quickly retrieve it. Juan Jerez. There will be no additional advance by Bernal. So good idea there by Norquis Marcos. Fortunately for the Marauders, no additional advance there, but they can't get Bernal on the play.
Well, good thing that ball bounced right back after it hit off the sidewall. Started to have some flashbacks from last night. It was in the late innings that Palm Beach was able to find their go-ahead runs.
There's a pitch to Darlene Moquete. Fastball misses outside. And that sidewall here at Lecom Park can provide some problems for defenses as well. You get a straight-on throw from an infielder past first base, and with the angle of that wall, that can go rolling toward the outfield. Next pitch, Moquete checks his swing. That's called a strike anyway on the outside corner.
Couple of arms warming in the Palm Beach bullpen. Right-hander. I believe a couple of right-handers for Palm Beach.
The 0-1 to, rather the 1-1 to Moquete, and it's in for strike two. Number 9 spot in the order here for the Cardinals. Moquete sack fly in the 5th inning, part of a 3-run 5th for the Cards. And doubled in the 7th, Bo was left stranded. The 1-2 pitch from Ramos. Bender swinging a bouncing ball, hit to third. Brannigan grabs it, goes to second for one, and the throw to first base by Marcos not nearly in time. So the Marauders get the lead runner out on the play. 5-4 the put-out recorded.
Good job, too, by Bradenton getting at least one out on that play. A speedy runner at first base in Moquete as he raced down the line. Got there in a hurry to break up the double play bid for Bradenton and keep their hopes alive in the 9th.
Go ahead run once again on first base for the Cardinals. Darlene Moquete asking for manager Gary Kendall, coaching at third, to cycle through his signals again. Moquete has not been successful in the base stealing realm this season, 3 for 8. First pitch, a swing and a slow roller towards short by Victor Scott. Backhanded short by Escoto, and a pump fake throw to first, and he can't bluff Moquete into coming off of second base. So not much the Marauders could do there. It's an infield single by Victor Scott, and he ups his on-base streak to 10 consecutive games.
Very difficult play there for the shortstop, Escoto, who had a range really far to his right side as that one got past Brannigan. Tough play, too, for Brannigan to get there in time. And an infield hit for Palm Beach as runners at first and second and in business in the top of the 9th.
Ramos trying to escape trouble as Chris Rotondo steps to the plate for the 5th time. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, almost hits him. As Adam alluded to briefly earlier, Wilkin Ramos over his last 10 appearances, lights out, 1.38 ERA, 1 whip. The 1-0 pitch. Bender, that's in there for strike one. Nice breaking ball there to even the count at 1. Also over those last 10 outings for Ramos, holding opponents to a 196 batting average. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball again, low and outside. Marauders held a 1-0 lead coming out of the 3rd. Palm Beach plated 3 in the 5th inning to take a 2-run lead. Marauders pushed 2 across in the 7th, tying it at 3. That's where we remain here in the 9th. 2-1. Rotondo takes strike 2 on a Ramos fastball.
Picture perfect on the outside corner by Wilkin Ramos, and now finds himself 1 strike away from sending his team to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to walk it off.
Deuces wild. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, 2 aboard. The pitch, a swing and a line drive, scorched foul into the right field bleachers.
Well, one pattern we have noticed from Palm Beach at the plate, they have fouled off a ton of pitches and 2 strike counts and have really extended a number of at-bats.
Marauders pitchers have had to work hard all afternoon. The 2-2 again, swing and a chopper, fouled off once more.
Well, just the slightest piece on that 93-mile-an-hour pitch from Ramos keeps Rotondo alive. He was a strikeout victim his last plate appearance. We'll see.
2-2. Check swing and the slider. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. The inning is over. Wilkin Ramos, some straight up filth. Strands 2 here in the 9th inning. We head to the bottom half, tied at 3. 1 run will do it. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. In the 9th inning, the Marauders are in search of a rally here at Lecom Park. The score is tied 3-3. And coming up for Bradenton, Norquist Marcos, Josiah Dixon, Sung Jae Chang. Spencer Smith and Adam Plager back with you today. The Marauders have faced a 2-run deficit. They erased that in the 7th. Wilkin Ramos stranded 2 in a scoreless top of the 9th. And here we go to the bottom of the 9th. Score tied at 3-3. 1 run will win it for Bradenton. Matt Hickey, sidearming right-hander from Texas, deals to Marcos, low and outside. That one bounces all the way to the backstop.
The Marauders have walked it off 7 times this season. They'll need to walk it off this afternoon, if they want to come out victorious in Game 2 of the 6-game series.
Matt Hickey's professional debut here. The 1-0 pitch is onto the inside corner for a called strike. Hickey out of Granbury, Texas, about 50 miles from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. 15th round pick out of Tarleton State by the Cardinals. Sidearmer's 1-1 pitch, swinging a bouncing ball up the middle, over second base, backhanded by the second baseman Moore. Jump throw to first, in time to get Marcos. What a play by Moore. Up the middle, jump throw, right on target, 1 away.
Well, what a play defensively by Brody Moore to save a hit and also help out his pitcher to get the first out of the inning and keep the base pass clear for Josiah Dixon, who's been excellent, 2 for 2 at the plate this afternoon.
Got a run batted in, 2 for Dixon. And here's the pitch from Hickey. Dixon looks at a strike, knee-high outside corner. Sung Jae Chang, a 3 for 4 day from the leadoff spot in the order. He's on deck. Dixon trying to get on board here with 1 out in the 9th. The pitch, breaking ball is inside for ball 1.
Well, this is the part of the order you would like to pick to have up at this moment of the game. They have been extremely productive this afternoon.
1-1 coming from Hickey. Swinging a bouncing ball, pushed to second. Another one for Moore. More routine play this time. He gathers it, throws it first just in time to get the hustling Dixon by a step. And now the Marauders are down to their final out before this one potentially hits extras.
Credit Hickey. He's the first Palm Beach pitcher to set down Josiah Dixon this afternoon. He had been 2 for 2 up to that point. Also reached base with a hit by pitch. Now up to the leadoff man, Sung Jae Chang.
He's 3 for 4. The pitch to the lefty batter is a fastball for a strike. Thinking off the wall here. When was the last time the Marauders hit a walk-off homer? It was earlier this season. Brendan Dixon, a walk-off inside the Parker back in April. Win over Dunedin. The 0-1 to Chang. Taken outside, pretty close for ball 1. Nobody aboard for the Marauders here in the 9th.
Speaking of Brendan Dixon and storylines, he was also a teammate of Hickey at Weatherford College.
That's right, the 1-1. Chang swings and bounces it foul. Had the opportunity to talk to Dixon before yesterday's game. About what do you remember about your former teammate Mac Hickey? The two crossed over for 1 season at Weatherford, but Dixon spoke highly of him, said great guy. Nasty sidearm angle here. The 1-2 pitch to Chang. Swing and a pop-up, third base side. Curiali, the third baseman, over into foul ground, makes the call and makes the catch, staggering backwards. And, folks, we are headed to extra innings. Score tied at 3 as we head to the 10th here on this Wednesday at Lecom Park. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. We'll toe the rubber again for the Marauders, and the extra inning base runner starting on second base for Palm Beach will be Chris Rotondo as he struck out swinging to end the 9th inning.
Third time in 5 games we get extra innings baseball for the Marauders. The last one, it was a 12-10 victory. They also won the one before that, a 4-3 victory in 10, both games against the Mighty Muscles.
Nathan Church leads off with the first pitch high and outside to him for ball 1. That's right, the Marauders Sunday afternoon went into early Sunday evening down in Fort Myers. 12-10 win in 12 innings. One of the strangest but most exciting games of the season for Bradenton. The 1-0 to Church with a man on second, swung on and slashed foul left side.
Church hitless today, 0 for 4 at the plate. Wilkin Ramos looking to continue that trend, especially in extra innings with the runner that gets to start at second base.
Ramos sets below the belt buckle. Long look back at second base. And the 1-1 offering. Church takes a backdoor breaking ball that just misses the outside corner. Marauders went down in order 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Unable to walk it off in the regulation 9 innings. So let's see if Ramos can keep the Cards off the board here in the 10th. 2-1 from the tall righty. Swinging a ground ball, shortstop. Escoto goes to third with it, and the tag by Brannigan in plenty of time. Heads up throw there by Michael Escoto from shortstop. He had plenty of time to spare, and he gets Chris Rotondo trying to advance on the grounder, hit almost in front of him.
What a headsy play by the Pirates' number 29 prospect, Michael Escoto. He goes to third to Brannigan that gets the lead runner. And now all of a sudden that runner in scoring position wiped away. And I'll take a runner at first base anytime, then a runner 90 feet from the go-ahead run.
Runner on first, one away to boot. Pick off to first base by Ramos. In safely, Nathan Church. So now this puts the traditional double play into the picture here for Bradenton. Thomas Francisco, the batter. Not a very fast runner, so a potential double play candidate here. Here's the pitch from Ramos, swinging a ball driven to deep left center field. On the run, Campagna over into the gap. Smooth as butter. He makes the catch. 2 away here in the top of the 10th inning. That is just what Campagna does. Calm, cool, and collected.
Great first step, too, by Sergio Campagna. Moves to his right, first step back, and gathers it, gets underneath it with plenty of time to spare, and well inside the warning track to make that play for the second out in the top of the 10th.
Michael Curiali will come up next. He is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a walk. Curiali coming off a 2 for 4, 2 RBI game last night. Here's the pitch. Righty batter hits the deck, and this ball sails to the backstop. Up to second base on the wild pitch goes Nathan Church. Wilkin Ramos will have his bouts of wildness from time to time. He has walked 23 batters in 36 innings this season. That's a less than ideal walk rate. The strikeout numbers are certainly there, though. 41 strikeouts over 36 innings coming into this one. Now the go-ahead runner on second with 2 outs. The 1-0 to Curiali. High and inside. He brushed him back again. 2-0. Marauders and Cardinals tied at 3. We're in the top of the 10th inning. Bradenton playing their 3rd extra inning game in their last 5 contests. The 2-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit softly to first. Jerez waits back on it, fields it cleanly, steps on first base himself, and we head to the bottom of the 10th. Once again, a 1 run will do it. Tied at 3 here in the 10th at Lecom Park. We'll be right back. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. The Marauders are 6-0 in extra inning games this season. They look to make it 7-0. Spencer Smith alongside Adam Plager. And Adam, we are engulfed in another extra inning battle here. An exciting one, huh?
We are in a perfect runner, too, at second base. Sung Chae Chang.
Sergio Campagna takes a first pitch low.
The heart of the order here due up for the Marauders. Campagna, though, looking to get off the schneid. He's 0 for 4. Perfect time to do it. He'd walk it off if he can drive in Sung Chae Chang.
The 1-0 swing and a miss at the slider from Andrew Marrero for strike 1. Marrero appearing for the 2nd straight game out of the bullpen for Palm Beach. Last night, Marrero finished the game. Got the inning and a 3rd save, his 6th save of the season. Slightly different scenario here as Palm Beach looks to keep the Marauders off the board. 1 run will win it. Here's the 1-1. Campagna takes a slider in the dirt. It gets away from Bernal. Up to third goes Chang. And now the winning run is on third base with nobody out here in the 10th inning.
That wild pitch. Now you can watch the infield creep its way in. Infield is going to be in. And now a ball hit hard. It's going to make things very challenging on the Palm Beach defense. The winning run just 90 feet away.
Campagna trying to bring home the winning run some way, somehow. Here's the set. Marrero, the 2-1 pitch, and Campagna check, swings one foul. Look out in the on-deck circle. Juan Jerez able to avoid that.
Righty-righty matchup. Campagna versus Marrero.
Now time called, requested by Campagna. Andrew Marrero, 1.57 ERA, a whip right at 1 on the season. He's been magnificent. 2-2 to Campagna. Breaking ball in there, strike 3, inside corner. Campagna didn't like it. 1 gone here in the 10th.
The 3rd time this afternoon, Campagna has been sent packing via the strikeout. What a way to enter for Marrero. The New Haven, Connecticut native gets a big-time first out. But once again, the infield still up for Palm Beach.
Here's Juan Jerez with 1 away. Here's the pitch. It's low outside on the slider from Marrero for ball 1. Sung Chae Chang on third base, the extra inning base runner. Took third on a wild pitch. He's just 90 feet away from scoring the winning run for Bradenton. Here's the set. Marrero tosses the 1-0. Jerez swings and lifts it to right center field. This should be deep enough. Back goes Rotondo. He is back. Makes the catch on the track. Here comes Chang on the light jog in from third base. He scores. Juan Jerez walks it off for the Marauders here on this Wednesday afternoon. 4-3 your final score here at 10 innings. And the Marauders spill out of the dugout, out of the bullpen. They mob Juan Jerez. They give him the water cooler. They give him all the ice water in the face. The Marauders win it here in the 10th inning on the Juan Jerez sac fly to deep right.
Marauders stay perfect in extra innings. 7-0 this season. Their 8th walk-off of the year in front of their fans at Lakecom Park, and what a way to do it. They had a battle back in this one from down 3-1. Bottom of the order produced this afternoon, and they get back on the right side of the win column.
Juan Jerez just missing a walk-off bomb to the opposite field, but the walk-off sac fly will do it all the same. We'll step aside, and when we come back, the Marauders postgame show comes your way. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Marauders postgame show. He's Adam Plager. I'm Spencer Smith, and Adam, a thrilling finish here. Juan Jerez, a walk-off sac fly to deep right in the bottom of the 10th inning. How about it? Marauders pull it off in a come-from-behind fashion.
Yeah, what a very deserving guy, too. And Juan Jerez sends it opposite field, almost an oppo taco for an opposite field home run. Definitely deep enough for Sung-Chae Chang to come in to score. And a picture-perfect ending for the Marauders, their 3rd extra inning win in 5 games.
It just so happened that Chang, by rule, was the extra inning runner on second base as he had made the final out of the previous inning. And you got the sense that Chang, a guy who has always made things happen on the base paths this season, was the runner representing that winning run, and sure enough, it worked out okay.
Yeah, let's not forget, he got to third base on that wild pitch, heads-up play, advances 90 feet, and then Juan Jerez does the finishing touches, sends it to the deep right field warning track to score the winning run.
Here's how this game went. Neither team scored in the first 2 innings. Bottom of the 3rd inning, the Marauders got to work with the bats. A 2-out double down the right field line by Josiah Dixon. He then scored on a Sung-Chae Chang single. By the way, Chang ended up with 3 hits and 2 runs batted in this afternoon. That 1-0 Bradenton lead didn't last more than a couple of innings as Palm Beach surged ahead with a 3-run 5th inning. That inning saw an RBI double by Leonardo Bernal, a sac fly by Darlene Moquete, and Chris Rotundo scored on a throwing error by the starting pitcher Carlos Jimenez. So 3-1 Palm Beach after 5 innings. Bottom of the 7th, Bradenton tied it with a 2-run effort. RBI singles back-to-back by Josiah Dixon and Sung-Chae Chang coming through the clutch again. Score tied at 3 after 7. No scoring in the 8th for either team, no scoring in the 9th. And then in the 10th inning, the epic walk-off effort by the Marauders as they now stay 7-0 undefeated in extra inning play. And you have to admire the resilience and the toughness in extra innings when the heat is on. You like your chances for a team like this surging toward a postseason berth here.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to the pitcher in the top of the 10th for Bradenton, as Palm Beach gets to start with that lead runner at second base with nobody out. Works out of that jam. First batter, hard ball, hit to short. Escoto heads up play, throws to Brannigan. Gets that first out. Runner disappears from second base. Runner moves to first, and then the Marauders get themselves out of the top of the 10th unscathed to set up that picture-perfect ending.
Pretty poetic as the defense, which was a little bit rocky early on for the Marauders, ends up being a strong point with the aforementioned Escoto heads-up play. So the Marauders win in walk-off fashion. Final score of 4-3 in 10 innings. We will step aside, and when we come back, we'll give you the Marauders player of the game and look at what's next. This is the Marauders Broadcast Network. Marauders postgame show continues here at Lakecom Park. It's now time to name our Marauders player of the game. And Adam, not many choices besides Sung-Chae Chang today. A 3-hit performance, a 2 RBI performance, and hey, he caps off by scoring the winning run. How about him?
Yeah, what an excellent game for Sung-Chae Chang. He's got the party started with that go-ahead single up the middle. He shot it right back up the middle. Then I believe a single to right field, which scored another run for the Marauders to get this game tied at 3. And then gets the game-winning run on the sac fly from Juan Jerez. Perfect choice for today's player of the game. Chang
has now hit safely in 5 consecutive games, and in 15 of his last 17 games, Chang has recorded a hit. He's your Marauders player of the game on this Wednesday afternoon. We turn our attention now to tomorrow's game, 3rd game of the series. The Marauders look to swing the series in their favor with it now tied at 1. It'll be back to a 6:30 normal start time for our Thursday, and it'll be a southpaw showdown. Lefty Luis Peralta gets the nod for Bradenton, lefty Alfredo Ruiz for the Cardinals. And Adam, we're looking forward to another fun one tomorrow night. Yeah, it should be an exciting one tomorrow. A lot of momentum to pick up from this game. A lot of different changes in this game where they struck out with the bases loaded. This team stuck with it. Like we said, Chang got that game-tying run to tie it, and then that perfect walk-off win from Juan Jerez. Great way to go into Thirsty Thursday. So there you have it. The Marauders walk it off on the Juan Jerez sac fly in the 10th inning today. Final score of 4-3 over the Palm Beach Cardinals. Pre-game coverage will begin tomorrow at 6:15 p.m. prior to first pitch here at Lecom Park. You can listen, as always, online at BradentonMarauders.com, or you can watch on MILB.tv. For Adam Plager, this is Spencer Smith saying so long and good afternoon from Lecom Park in Bradenton.